Hi everyone, my name is Danielle and I am a children's playwright, a theatre maker and a creative writing facilitator working for New Writing North. Today we're going to do a workshop based around creative writing and mindfulness. Mindfulness, to put it simply, is about being present and trying to be present in the moment that you're in right now. And we're going to do some writing around that and also a few little exercises that might help you with day-to-day anxiety or stresses. It's not hard to do, and I'm not going to give us any really advanced stuff. It's stuff that you can use every single day to help calm yourself, to help stop your mind wandering, and to help just slow down a little bit. And I think especially in today's world, that's something that we all need to do. If you're a bit like me and have quite an anxious brain, your mind might naturally and often wander to lots of different scenarios and lots of different what-if moments, and that can cause more problems than it's worth. For example, you might think, oh, what happens if I don't get that homework done on time? What happens if I get those answers wrong? And then your mind will just snowball and spiral onto bigger and bigger issues. Sometimes we need to just check in with ourselves and notice that our mind is doing that and running away with itself. And that's when we turn to mindfulness. So if you notice your mind running away with all of these ideas that may not happen and that are causing you a lot of stress, then mindfulness is about going, right, I'm going to bring myself back to the present and stop myself from thinking all of these thoughts. It's not about not thinking at all, because that's really hard to do. It's just about noticing when your mind is running away and bringing yourself back to the present. So the first thing that we're going to do is a small breathing exercise, which will help you bring yourself back to the present. There's loads of benefits in taking a slow breath and taking a deep breath. Some of the benefits are that it slows down your mind and your body. It can strengthen your immune system, it can improve your digestion, and it can improve that stress hormone that a lot of us feel. So it is really worth practicing and doing, and we're going to do this just to get us into the right mindset to start to work. So the easiest way to do this, and this is just one technique, is to pop your hand out, and we're going to do 5 breaths. So this is called take 5. With your other finger, you're just going to draw around your hand, and when you go up a finger, you take a breath in, and when you go down, you take a breath out. In, out, in, out. You can go as slow as you want and really focus on the breath and the sensation of your finger moving around your hand. So for example, you would go in, out, in, out. And I'm just going to let you continue on with that until you finish those 5 breaths. You can do more if you like. One thing to make sure is that when you breathe in, you breathe into your stomach. So you're almost ballooning your stomach out rather than into your chest. So you're taking a really big breath into your stomach. And I want you to just try that now. Pause the video and do that for 5 breaths. Okay, so hopefully you feel a little bit calmer doing that, and that's something you can take with you whenever you're out or feeling anxious. You don't have to sit with your hand like that. You can do it just quietly and secretly, and it just helps you calm down and be present. I want you now to get your pen and paper and continue on from the sentence, I notice. And we're going to do a little bit of free writing now, which means you're going to try and keep your pen to your paper as much as possible. So try not to take it up and think too much. I just want you to let your pen flow continue on with the sentence, I notice, and write down anything that you notice right now. Thinking about what you feel, what you can hear, what you can see, maybe what you can smell, taste. Maybe you're going to tap into some feelings or emotions from earlier on in the day. Just anything that you notice about yourself sitting in the present, and do this for about a minute or two. So the next thing we're going to do is something called a body scan, and we're going to do a little bit of writing after this. It's probably good to close your eyes when I begin to read out the body scan, just to get a sense of calm. And all it is I'm going to talk you through different parts of your body, and you're going to notice where you're holding tension and try and release that tension. And it's really interesting as people hold tension in different areas, and you may not realise. I hold a lot of my tension in my shoulders and my neck, and also I tend to grind my teeth a lot when I'm stressed or worried, so my jaw holds a lot of tension. So it might be different for everybody, but it's a good technique to do just throughout the day, to notice where you are most stressed and most scrunched up, really. Okay, so I just want you to close your eyes. And whether you are sitting or lying, notice the weight of your body and the points where your body is grounded, such as your feet touching the floor. And just begin with a few deep breaths. And as you inhale, feel the breath fill your body. And as you exhale, enjoy the sensation of your body releasing tension and letting go. And as you move up the body, imagine each part of your body softening and relaxing. Starting with your feet, how do they feel? Now slowly move up to your legs. Release any tension in your stomach. Any tension in your chest. Try and relax your arms. Soften your hands. Now soften your shoulders and your neck. Notice any tension in your face, around your forehead, your jaw, your temples. Now the top of your head. Now I just want you to tense your hands as tight as you can for 3 seconds and release. And just notice the feeling in your hands as you release all of that tension. Okay, so hopefully you've noticed where you think you were holding tension. And I just want you now to write down in your notebook a list or a few words as where you felt most tense in your body. Where did you feel like you were holding the tension? And why do you think that is? Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is a little bit of work and a bit more writing around nature. And nature can, and being in nature, can make us feel relaxed and also help us be present, which enables us to be more mindful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to once again get you to close your eyes and just listen to a short visualization, so a small story, and then I'll give you some more instructions as to what we're going to do after that. So if you just want to close your eyes now. So visualize yourself now in a beautiful forest. It's a crisp autumn day, and the sun reflects upon a stream that runs along the edge of the forest. You tread carefully over crackling red and gold leaves and broken twigs. Pine cones are scattered across the ground. A squirrel runs up a tree, swiftly through the branches. It's peaceful here. You notice clusters of flowers and soft green moss growing on fallen tree trunks. The deeper into the forest you venture, the deeper into relaxation you fall. Okay, and when you're ready, if you just want to open your eyes. And the writing task for this is to either continue on from this forest walk or to pick a place in nature or outside that you know quite well, and that you know the walk quite well. And I just want you to write down the walk in detail. So imagine that you are walking through that place. It could be the beach, it could be a field, it could be a walk that you do with a dog in the streets. And I just want you to replay and rewrite that walk. And the main thing to think about is the senses. So when you're writing about this, I want you to think about what you can hear, what you can see, what you can smell, what you can taste, and what you can touch on this walk, and try and go into as much detail as possible and pick out all the tiny little things that could help you feel calm on that walk. So the flowers, the sea, the water, the weather, and just see how it feels when you write that out. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is something that's related to you. So I want you to now think about your favourite song. And all I want you to do is write down the lyrics to that song and go as slow as you want and try and be really present in that moment in writing down the lyrics to that song. Then after that, I want you to just look through the lyrics and circle any words that stand out to you. It might be how you're feeling in this moment. It might just be words that you like that pop out to you. So just circle about 10 words. Then, after that, I want you to black out everything else that you have not circled. So all that you're going to be left with is those 10 words. And those 10 words will now create a new small poem for you. The poem might not make a lot of sense, but it might kind of represent something as to how you're feeling. And this is a really good technique called Blackout Poetry. And if you want to Google it, you'll see some images of how people do it. And we'll pop some images up on the screen after this just to show you what I mean. So enjoy that, and you can do it as many times you want with different lyrics, or you can do it with old books that you have or magazines. But really try and take a mindful moment when you're writing your lyrics out, and also when you're just blacking out those words that you don't want to use. Okay, and our final exercise for today is about slowing down and the importance of slowing down. And I just want to read a small quote from Winnie the Pooh. By the time it came to the edge of the forest, the stream had grown up, so that it was almost a river, and, being grown up, it did not run and jump and sparkle along as it used to when it was younger, but moved more slowly, for it knew now where it was going, and it said to itself, "There is no hurry, we shall get there someday." And I think that quote's really nice to remind you that sometimes there is no hurry and it is fine to slow down and it's good for you. So I want you now to draw a river in your notebook. And on the outside of that river, I want you to write down all the moments where you feel like you're rushed or hurried or anxious. So this might be in the morning when you wake up. It might be if you're worrying about something in particular, you might get really fast paced. It might be when you're storming around, getting ready to go out somewhere. It could be when you're in a class, your mind might be racing a lot. So just write down all those moments that relate to you. Then on the inside of your river, I want you to write down how you can slow down. So I just want you to think of ideas as to how you can help yourself slow down in those moments. And it might be stuff you've learnt today, or it might be stuff to reflect upon, and give yourself new ideas as to how you can slow down and why it might be good for you. And this you can refer back to whenever you need to. So thank you so much for today. I've really enjoyed doing this workshop for you, and I hope you pick up some new techniques and some new writing techniques as well as to how to be more mindful and look after your well-being.